What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? So I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Let anybody wants to join to you know, get in, and we're gonna chime in on some things. Okay. Post a comment. I wonder if everybody can hear me all right. Ooh. So wait a few minutes. Mm, 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 mm. I was listening to my piano this morning. You know what I mean? Get ready. I'm gonna do a dance video for you guys. You know what Yeah. Okay. All right. We got a few minutes. I'm just gonna make sure my lucky headscarf. I love that headscarf is lucky, etc., etc. All right. All right. All right. All right. Right. All right. All right. All right. All right. 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 Okay. I'm gonna put some talking points. Don't start today. I got my son in the background, y'all, so y'all gonna be hearing him. Uh, um, um, you're gonna be hearing him in the background from time to time. Okay, I'm gonna wait just a few minutes. Hope everybody's day is going great. Um, I did a wonderful interview, you guys, yesterday, and it was phenomenal. You know, what I mean, it was phenomenal. Um, it was. We had a great time. We talked about a lot of things. Um, you know, so and we had a wonderful day. So that video is going to be coming up soon, but I have a couple more interviews that I have scheduled. That's going to probably come before that particular so I'm just going to give a few minutes. I'm going to start in just a little bit, in just a little bit. Uh-oh. Mm-mm. And I think I'm getting better at doing lives, you guys. You know what I mean? Because for a minute now, I wasn't really doing lives like that, and it's just because I was, trying to get better at it. You know what I mean? I don't want to jump on sometimes, learn it. You know what I mean? Learn it, learn. Yeah, I want to learn it and then be good at it, so I can have everybody on point with me. And I hate, you know, making a mess, but sometimes when you're learning something, it's a little mess. You know what I mean? So all your great inventions, Albert Einstein failed a whole lot of times before he got it together. So it is what it is. I am getting better at it. Um, and I had another interview. Man, we talked about so much. That joke was so long. It was like 2.5 hours, and it was It was great. I mean, because he was asking me questions and just feeding off information, and I was like, "Yo, this is good." He was asking me questions, and I love that. I love that. So yeah, I mean, it was a great interview that I did. And I just got I'm gonna edit and add a few things like my intro. That's gonna be my standard intro. I wanted an Ampiano intro on there, but unfortunately, they like to hit you with that. You know what I mean? That copyright stuff. You know what I mean? So I was like, Um, I had to, but I'm gonna figure out a way to get around the copyright so I can, do some, because when I start doing my dance videos, but show you what I learned, what I got, what I added to my piano moves, you know what I mean? I can do it. I don't fool yourself. All thing I need to do is just figure out how to get around the copyright, and we're gonna be good. We'll be good to go. So that's gonna be a video coming up. Um, so y'all need to stay tuned for that. It's one hilarious video. Actually, I think I did pretty good. I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna cap on that. I did pretty good for real on the video. You know what I mean? I think I even hit a few notes. You know what I mean? Some people say I can sing, but I think I carry a tune. So but if y'all listen to the video and y'all think I could sing, and God be with you, because Lord have mercy. I don't think I can. But okay. All right, so let's get into it. Because we in that thing. We in that thing. Okay. So again, in the background, you're gonna hear my son. I am traveling, taking care of business, wrapping up properties, etc., etc. We are. My son's in the background making noise. My mom is here. Our special guest is on the outside. Um, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, my friend? What's up, Black Jill over here? What's up? Good to see you, brother. You know what I mean? It's good to see you. Always good to see people, man. It's always good to see people. My people. All right, so 5 things so we can get into it because we up in that thing. I'm glad my live is working good because yesterday, oh, Jesus, or the day before yesterday. So 5 things that I hate about the Black American cliques in South Africa. I said it. I said it. That's it. And you know it. You know it. Yeah. So 5 things. Starting one number one. First of all, we're gonna talk about the mindset and crab mentality that's already starting up in that joker. You know what I mean? That's already starting up in there. Um, what's up? Change the narrative. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see you up here, my brother. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys hear me all right. Y'all hear me all right? Y'all let me know. Y'all drop a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you want to feel like you feeling today. Whatever your lucky number might be. You can drop that in the comments. You let me know. So I am getting better with this live. Okay. Uh, so we want to talk about the mindset. Because I realized some of the groups already down there, I was like, yo, and it's just not one group, it's not just 2 groups. And I have a slew of people. They're gonna be in my, some of them gonna be in the coming interviews, so on and so on, and they gonna like, yeah, I feel it too from certain groups or whatever. It's already forming, and this has been going on not just in South Africa. You got the same thing going on in other African countries where there's some good groups, you know what I mean, and then there's some other groups where, um, um, where they are just a little bit too much. You feel me? A little bit too much. I understand that we are coming to Africa for whatever reasons we got going on in America. We're leaving racism, we're leaving drama, where you think it's a better opportunity, whether you always wanted to come to Africa or it was your lifelong goal. Everybody's motive is like completely different. Some might be alike, some might be similar, but your motive is going to be completely different overall because your experience and your journey that you've been through is your journey. Can anybody walk your shoes but you? You feel me? So, with that being said, a lot of us are just coming, but I don't think that we're aware of the colonized mind that we are having. And I don't think we understand that we subconsciously are coming to Africa with that mindset. I think there's a lot of subconsciously going on, and we don't even realize it. You feel me? I think that it needs to be broken down. And Dr. Phil, or Uncle Phil, whichever you guys want to call him, uh, over there, the Black Diaspora channel over there, and he has a book put out. And I know he's not paying me for no advertisement. I'm just real, recognize real. You feel me? So he has a book put out called Decolonizing the Mind, by decolonize the mind. So a lot of us, and when I first seen it, he been talking that book for a minute, and I thought I was like, yeah, we do need to kind of put it back burner. I'm assuming a lot of people probably did it too. They're like, yo, that's not me. I don't have a colonized mind. Da, da, da. But I realized through experience, and I've been working on this vetting out countries and yada 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 without even vlogging, because I didn't want to vlog and then turn around and be like and realize that I got excited about something that had the backlog or whatever case scenario. I like to vet it out and stand. You know what I mean? Now if every now and then I have to be like, yo, okay, it was a mistake. I'll do that, but let it be. You feel me? I didn't want to be like, I'm gonna be here and this is my home and I gotta backtrack. So I was vetting out stuff off camera so I can, when I get on camera, those who are gonna be listening and taking my advice, I don't want them to make the mistakes while I'm trying to sort it out. I wanted to talk when I sorted it out. You feel me? So with that being said, so I saw it and I was like, yo, no problem. But as I through experience over the years, I realized, yo, I think other Black Americans don't realize there's some colonization in the mind there that they don't realize, that they subconsciously or unconsciously, if you want to call it subconscious, unconscious, everybody want to say one thing, but I call it what it is, okay? And they take it to Africa, okay? And that's what's going on in a lot of different African countries. Some of us want to be pro-Black, you know what I'm saying? We want to call it B1, T1, E1, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm African, da 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 da, or I'm African American, whatever your case scenario is, whatever your chant is, that's your business, not mine, all right? So you all on code, right? Y'all pro Africa, this and that. Sometimes we can believe like we pro Africa. We have to understand it was 500 years, 500 years, because it started in the 1500s, y'all, but that's another story for another day, of us being detached from Africa. And some things are rooted and we don't even know it. We don't even know it. We don't know it. We don't know it. You know what I mean? So, and we go to Africa with the mindset of colonization and crab mentality. And I'm gonna give you some examples of that because I don't think you feel me. So my examples is, you go there, the first thing you want to do, some of y'all, it's okay to be around Black Americans, no doubt. You know what I mean? You want to feel something, feel now, but some of y'all getting these clicks, and you feel like you got to be the only one to do this, or you got to be the only one to have this. And so then the crab mentality comes in play. Then you start trying to bash the other person or talk down or look down of the other person as if you are better than this person in the group. And like in the Temptation said, ain't nobody better than the group. You know what I mean? So us being Black is the group. So that's what I'm going to say there like that there. You know what I mean? So you start bashing each other. And then because you end up tearing each other apart, when really there's no space and opportunities for everybody. You feel me? And even if you are going to be doing something similar or the same thing as this other person that you heard that they're going to come down and do, what you could do is say, hey, you know what? I'm going to be doing something similar, and y'all can recognize each other. You don't have to say, oh, she'll be doing something similar, so I'm not going to talk to her. Or he going to be doing something similar, I'm not going to talk to her. Or I'm a bash this person. Or I'm going to go back behind the back and talk trash about this person. All because you thinking that you need to be the only one. So you need all the attention or all this and that. Like, no. That's that colonized mindset. That's the same drama that's in America. That's what we did to America up in here. The Black Americans in America, we pump $3 trillion in the economy every year. And what's wrong with us? We can't work together because we got the same mindset. Half of y'all run to Africa because you're trying to run from that mindset, and still you bringing that mindset to to Africa, to African countries. The same mindset you say you're trying to leave, and it's the problem in America. You subconsciously thought bringing it to Africa. So yeah, I'm like, yo, I know why my forehead looking like it's just like ferocious right now. You feel me? But like, I'm like, yo, that's not what we need to do. So subconsciously, we need to decolonize the mind, because everything that we're trying to leave behind, some of us don't realize that we have not yet really relived that behind. When you come to Africa, in South Africa, whatever African country that is, there needs to be understanding that it's okay if somebody else got something. What you need to do is recognize that person. I be like, yo, you want to do this? Okay, that's this and that. You can do your thing. Do your thing. You can do your thing. If y'all want to do chicken shacks, you can all do chicken shacks. I ain't never seen 5 chicken shacks fight with each other. I ain't never seen somebody say can't nobody else have no other chicken in here but my chicken shack. Sister waffles. You know what I mean? I mean, come on now. It's so, that country is so big that you're going to. that it's impossible for you to have one chicken shack that's going to cater to 60, 70, 80, 100 or so million people. That's insane. That's a colonization in you. That's what's messed up with us back at home and in America. You know what I mean? Back where you coming from. $3 trillion, and we can't come together and function. What the damn? I'm gonna keep it real. That's what's wrong. People look at Black Americans, they like, wow, there's we got sports, we have this, there's a lot of illegalized businesses that are running, but they ain't, reporting to the IRS, but that's their business, you know what I mean? All this other stuff going on, and we can't come together and be united and own things and do things because we're too competitive against each other. You're too competitive against each other for no damn reason. Meanwhile, white people, pink people, yellow people, and all the races and above, Chinese, Asian people, can have 15 different businesses in one neighborhood. In the Black neighborhoods in America, the Chinese don't came in and bought up just about everything. I'm gonna keep it real. They own the beauty supply stores. Majority of them do. The salons, the nail salons, yada yada. Majority of them, I don't care where you go in America, you're gonna see a Chinese nail salon that's owned by a Chinese person. You can go north, you can go south, you can go east, you can go west, you can go whatever. They up in that thing. You know what I mean? You go to the hood, a lot of Chinese own a lot of things. Or Indians, or whatever nationality that might be. And yet, do you see them beefing with each other? All six of those salons on that street are owned by a Chinese person. But one thing you not gonna know, and one thing you not gonna even know, that A, that is owned by a Chinese sometimes. B, they ain't even taking no beef out and trying to clown each other. Everybody doing their own thing. Everybody doing their own thing. And yet they sitting on the block owning more stores than a Black person. You know why? Because Black people have a hard time to come together. And before they can come together, they don't try to sabotage each other. And you want to form these cliques, not because you're really going to help somebody. You want to form these cliques because you want to be able to have a messy situation come apart. So anybody that you don't like, or you want to stop, or you feel like you're a competitor with, you turn around, form these cliques so that you can turn around and you weaponize the clique to attack another business. That's the real deal, Holyfield. That's the real deal, Holyfield. That's what's wrong with the cliques. You want to use the cliques and you want to weaponize this person. And then next, that other person go form their clique, and they realize you don't bash or smash or defame their name a little bit, because word gonna get out whether they know you or not. Because word gets out, this is what it is. The grapevine gonna travel whether you hear or not. You feel me? So I mean, they realize, okay, this person is that, and now you don't took that drama to that business. You and your clique, right? Now went up in this business. Y'all done parlayed up in this business. And now somebody knows now that the business, because of the groups that are coming up in there, give a bad name to the business, and the business not even associated with the cliques. How you ever been somewhere that, you the first time you, or clubs or bars, you say, man, I want to go there because people that go up in there, they ratchet. Or people that go up in there, they ghetto. And so you don't want to go to the bar, not because the bar it itself is ghetto or ratchet, but the people who hang out in that bar or restaurant or club or whatever is ratchet. And because of the people that go up in there, or ratchet, or the groups that went up in there got beef with this beef, or they messy, people don't want to go hang up in there. Because you're going to say that, oh, people, it's messy. I don't want to go over there because always, this is messy. Or to so don't want to. You start that same drama. You're not making clicks for be a real, like something legit. You're making clicks so you can weaponize and act like you got some type of power by trying to weaponize and having people in clicks so that you can talk about other people whom you don't like or you competitive or threatened by. And at the end of the game, you're not God and you can't stop nobody. Because whatever you want to say, if God be for them, then who can be against them? So you're going to start and just lead to mess. So just messiness. You need to calm all that down. Second of all, if you go on to South Africa or another African country, you shouldn't be in cliques to be in first with. Your clique should be just like the immigration law says. When you start a business, it should be it should be 60% whatever country you in, because you in their country. You in their country. So 60% of your group should be, if you're in that South Africa, 60% of your group should be South Africans. 60% of them. And the most successful bloggers and people who are there or people who are taught, most likely, strictly, almost 100% hang around South Africans. You watch their videos, do you ever see them just hang around Black Americans? They're always around South Africans or they're around whatever Africans in that country that they're in more than any other. And that's how it should be. Because let me tell you something. You in another country, a Black American tell you some things. You know, if you're talking about immigration, yada, 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 because y'all both going through the same process. But overall, the locals is the one that needs to be educating you and teaching you. So those should be the 60%. Those should be your cliques. Because the Black American can't tell you nothing. Black American don't run South Africa. The locals of South Africans run South Africa. That's who runs South Africa. And that's who needs to have a say on anything and above anything. So how you gonna? I don't understand that. My thing is that's like the blind leading the blind. You want to go places, do things, move around, change things, right? But in the process of doing that, you're not really changing your surroundings. You creating the same surroundings. Listen, I'm a Black American. You're a Black American. Ain't too much out of that you gonna know than me. The most you gonna know, be able to tell me, is immigration, yada yada yada, maybe some stuff like that. But the culture, the way of life, what to do, what's the best thing to do, places to do, that's going to be the locals. And if you're in South Africa, that's going to be South Africa. So what does that mean? If you hang around, majority of your clique is always Black Americans, I'm skeptical of the knowledge that you actually have. You are limiting yourself because Black Americans only know just about as much as you know, if not a tad bit, just a tad bit more. Is that really enriching your society, enriching your skills, your cultural skills? Is that enriching your knowledge on the country? I don't even understand why there's cliques. Networking is one thing, cliques is another. You feel me? And somebody make them interchange sometimes, but really they just a clique. If I check in and you and your clique are still as lost as day one, and everybody, that means something wrong. Playboy, something wrong. And I don't get it. Like, you should be learning from the locals. 80% of these people should hang around, should be your people. And I'm gonna throw a name out there, and I really don't know them, but it's because it's good. I'm gonna say it's good, right? So, Manessa Main, majority of people he hang around South Africans, and he doing all right. He doing all right. He learning from the locals, people he hang around. Most time he getting information. If you see him on video, whatever, he getting it's the South Africans. Majority of the people who are really enriching themselves and enriching themselves in the environment are people who are hanging with the locals. If your environment consists of the same environment you came from, I don't know what you came here for. What you come here for? What you come here for? That's what makes me sick. Like, you come in here and then you bring that colonized mind, crab mentality. So what? Y'all doing something similar. So what? You had a similar idea. Now, if you stole somebody's idea that somebody told you, that's between you and God, because karma gonna catch up with you. You know what I mean? It's what it is. I don't care how much you bash this person. I don't care how much you try to talk about this person, because maybe this person had a business and you heard it and you like, oh, that sounds good. I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to beat this person. Listen, y'all trying to be in competition with each other. You trying to beat this person. You trying to move faster only because you want to get out faster so that nobody knows that you spark your ideas from this person. At the end of the day, this person who's been steady might be moving like a turtle, but they steady. They still gonna get out there. He or she gonna cross the finish line. And at the end of the day, you don't run South Africa. You had a hard time getting your shit together to get to South Africa, let alone even getting in South Africa. And now you wanna deem who could do what? Sit down. Sit down. Because you ain't better than nobody. Like I said, ain't nobody better than the group. And the group is Black people. Now, my next point. I don't know which one I need to go for. Whew. I'm ready. Let's go to immigration. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know, South Africa in the South, They have an issue with immigration. They talked about it. They told you how they feel about it. They told you they don't like illegal immigration. They told you their standpoints about it. But keep it real. I'm gonna really drop something down that nobody really pays attention. Some of you Black Americans are illegal too. I said it. I said it. Go call your mama. I said it. Some of you Black Americans are illegal too. Now the problem I got with it is that you end up being illegal. Okay, at least try to get some help. But don't you dare go around trying to look down on other people and you illegal. And a lot of people don't realize, they're like, how do Black Americans be legal? Let me tell you how. They come in on the tourist visa, but we stand for 3 months, didn't extend it, or they extended and extended expired, and now they're not in status. I said it. I said it. Because I have a problem with you now, because not only are you illegal, but you're talking shit. Sit down, bitch. You're talking shit. Sit down, bitch. You ain't illegal. Sit down, bitch. No, you ain't running around here talking. No, because that's not what we're not going to do. They already got a problem with people being illegal, because when you become illegal, you got to move in illegal ways. You feel me? Then you gotta move in illegal ways. You gotta move in legal ways. Which that means is, because you ain't really set account, or if you did, you know what I mean, stuff, getting word, doing stuff. You got a business, but your business ain't legit or legalized because you didn't come in on a proper visa. Your shit is out of expired, so you're in illegal status. You up here, and the next thing you know, those things cause hardships. The next thing you know, you out here in the locals pot and tea. You're supposed to be given to the country, but because you're in a legal status, you doing things actually taken from them. And half y'all will say, well, I'm helping this country, or I'm helping this Providence, or I'm helping this township. Are you really? Are you really? Because you're illegal. You're illegal, and you moving like the rest of the illegals. You ain't no better than jokers who are crossing a border that they have an issue with, that are coming in illegally. What's the difference between you and them? And now you're doing what they do. Only thing different is you came to a plane and just end up being legal. They crossed the border, but you moving like them. And some of y'all running out of money. Some of y'all run out of money. And now you working on the table. Same thing with other illegal immigrants do. But don't nobody question you because they hear your accent and they know you're a Black American. And now we need to nip that in the bud, because my problem is when you don't want to get help, or when you start looking down on somebody. I understand things happen. No doubt. I understand things happen. It is what it is. But what you ain't gonna do is not truly got to get help. Instead of getting help, you still out here parlaying in an illegal status, hanging around people who know you're in illegal status, and everybody working in overtime to get you up out of illegal status. That's what I'm talking about. That's some clicks. And then you have the audacity to look down on people. Some of you guys come up in South Africa and different African countries, and you think because you got a dollar and you got the US dollar, you better than everybody. You 10-4 now. You 10-4. Bag up. Bag up. You ain't 10-4. Because the truth is, you ain't even got your shit together. But you out here like you ain't got no problems. Breaking the law just like the regular illegal people do. I don't want us to be going places adding to the problems there. I hate that, because I know what they're going through with immigration and people working up on the table, because you're not paying the fees to the government, and the government use those fees to support whatever programs they're trying to give to their own citizens. So you're not paying your way into the country. You didn't do the stops right and pay the fees right. You know what I mean? So now you're short-handed the government. Then you're also working up on the table, adding to the short-handed of the local people. And then you have the audacity to talk shit and look down on everybody else. Let alone talk about other groups of people that's coming in South Africa or different African countries. Let alone talk about other podcasters. That ain't what you do. I don't mind trying to help people, but what you ain't gonna do is talk trash about me, other Black Americans, other South Africans, whoever, you're not gonna talk trash. Because there's a whole bunch of, and let me tell you something, a lot of people think that because you're a black American, stuff together. Your stuff ain't together. Your stuff ain't together. Half of y'all illegal. Half of y'all illegal. I said it. I said it. Call your mama. I said it. Half of y'all illegal. And you talking trash. I see why you want those clicks. Because you don't want the people to really find out how dirty you are. How backstabbing you are. How snakish you are. Because you got skeletons in your closet and you don't want nobody to know. You're afraid somebody know. You're afraid somebody in there. When nobody know, you want to talk trash and start messing to begin with. Now what they? What they? What they? Because don't nobody like it when they doing their thing, they taking care of their business right. They did nothing to you, and you came for them because you felt threatened. And that goes back to the colonized mindset. Now, we're going to go a little bit deeper. Let's talk about history. You need a little bit. Some of y'all, when I was on the other interview yesterday, he asked me a good question. And he was asking good questions. And y'all gonna see the video. He was asking me good questions. I'm gonna edit it a little bit because we spent 2.5 hours on that joker. He asked me a good question. He said, well, how do you think black Americans are just coming down to South Africa? They flocking like to South Africa like nobody's business. And they just whoop, 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 want to get up in there like tomorrow. And I said, that's a good question. I'm happy to answer. I'm going to tell you what I told him. And he was like, yeah, you're right. I just want to make sure somebody else felt the same way I felt. I said, well, we feel the same way. So you're coming down, you see the infrastructure. It reminds you of America, no doubt. Ain't no lie in that joker. It reminds you of America. Okay? So, but the lifestyle and the symbolism in South Africa comes from the history of South Africa. I'm going to say that one more again. The lifestyle and symbolism in history of South Africa is all in one because they participated in each other. Now, the lifestyle in America comes from a little bit of history, a little bit of racism, a whole lot of racism, and then it also comes from the social class that we developed. So some of y'all come to South Africa now learning the history and why things are there, and you take it as a symbolism as something out of America. So let me prime example. The reason why they have walls, or the reason why they have a lot of estates, was because there are some things that resolve from the apartheid. So they have estates and gated communities. It started out for safety. Okay? And there was militism in there. But the walls are for safety. You look at it as a social symbol. And let me tell you why that's very dangerous without knowing the history and why things are the way they are. They have things the way they are because of history and things that happen in history which cause them to build things a certain way. And a little bit of the apartheid has resolved in certain ways, right? So they have gated communities, they have gated estates, and they got walls. They have it for those reasons. You come in being a black American, you said when we see gates and walls in our culture in America, it means elitism. If you gated in any kind of way, it means it's a sign of some type of wealth or elitism. You got some fancy gate around you, people already make it assume, oh, they must be, they got their money, they'll put their house in what's called. Yeah. So, but put it down. I'm looking at my son. Put it down. Tell you my son's in the background. So it means to you elitism. What I don't want is us not coming in, understanding their history and why things the way they are, and taking the symbolism that we have in America and then applying it in South Africa. Because then what that causes is the same drama and elitism that leads to a bunch of people who in the long run starts looking down on certain groups of people because you here and they over there and they here and they over there. And really the whole reason why all those things exist is because of their history in South Africa. It's because of what happened to them. It's because of the apartheid system that was put into place. And some things have resolved from there. And so that's the reason why it's the way it is. It wasn't because you're going to come here and with the American mindset and American symbolism and then treat it as elitism that ends up isolating people because you now think this means I'm here because that's what you've been taught in America, that gates mean this or estates mean this or walls mean this because that's what you saw back there. If you saw walls and estates or gated communities, it means that you was in a elite support sorority because a lot of you guys will be fleeting to those type of communities. But then you go to South House, they just have it for safety. For the most part, they have walls for safety because of the systems and the history that they've been through that led to certain conditions that they're dealing with, which they're going to come out of it. We already know because time heals. But that don't mean you take that mindset there and that colonized mindset and reverse the symbolism into something else because then you brew another type of obstacle that ends up hurting the locals. Yeah. So that's what I said about Dr. Phil had that book out. And he ain't paid me to promote nothing. I'm just keeping it real, recognize real. When he said we need to decolonize the mind, that's one of the decolonize the mind. Because you subconscious, unconscious, whatever you want to call it, in some form of unconsciousness, subconsciousness, come up in the country, taking something that comes from certain parts of history and changing the meaning of it. That's not the meaning. You need to learn that culture. And in learning that culture doesn't mean going out of the College Street or visiting just that one township in Soweto. You know what I mean? And think you know everything. Some of us, and when he asked that question, he said, "Why do you think Black Americans are just dropping everything and drop it down awesome and see South Africa?" I'm like, they that's because they see the architect, and they take the architect in our culture, certain architect and designs and neighborhoods and gates and stuff. In our culture, it means the elite. In their culture, it can mean just for safety. It means just it is. It's no big deal. But but in our culture, those things are talked about and boasted about and put on a pedestal so much that it led to us fighting each other because one thinks they're better than the other. And that's why we can't work together and we putting in $3 trillion in the American economy every doggone year. And yet we can't come together. We're the most complex, diverse, competitive against each other group you ever seen. And then you come to South Africa, see some of the symbolism, and you take that same mindset and defining what it means. No, you need to learn the history. You need to go all the way back and learn the history. They've been having infrastructure. You need to go back and watch some old videos. Now, I can share it on here too. I'm gonna share it one day. Watch some old videos where you see South Africa. They've been having infrastructure, towers and stuff. They've been having this in 1920s, 30s, 40s. They've been having all that. They've been having everything that we had. They was like right there. Some of you guys don't even know that, but I do, because I got up on history. I understand what went into place. All right. So my next thing I'm gonna go into preparation. Because some of y'all come down here and see homes and infrastructure, don't understand how it got like that, don't understand what it means, don't understand the history of it, don't understand the culture of it, and you redefine it to American standards and you redefine it to American symbolism and all this stuff, and you're not even prepared to understand why things the way they are. And then that leads you some of y'all are judgmental, some of y'all are selfish, some of y'all are really just coming for yourself, and some of y'all pretend like you come for everybody else, but you're really not. You come for yourself. So preparation comes from learning the history, learning what happened to the apartheid system, what left in the place, understanding it instead of trying to redefine something that you ain't even educated yourself on it in the beginning phase. So preparation. Some of y'all come down here and y'all come for a week or two, 2 weeks, a month, and you just gonna sow your whole life. And then you get down here, you coming down here with this American mindset to a certain degree. You don't realize it. You don't realize it because you think you pro-black and you think you gonna sort everything out. I know you have it because you come down here and you end up looking for jobs. And I'm like, didn't we talk about this? Didn't we talk about this? You looking for jobs for what? Because you're trying to move quick. What you running from? Because whatever you running from, you just taking it with you. You ain't stopped nothing. You ain't changed nothing. Because I did this process for over 3.5 years. And you go back to my very first video on this blog. And I bet it before I even blogged. I was just in and out, not even blogging nothing. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to make sure I sorted myself before I started talking. You feel me? So some of you guys ain't been in that much process. Ain't learned nothing. And just coming over. And haven't adjusted really fully. You just see the homes and the lifestyle. Which is why you're in a legal status. Because in preparation, you understand the laws. You understand the history. You understand the symbolism of where the things are at and why things are like that way. And you immigrate properly because you come in on a visa or you invited by the government. And I've been invited by both. I both. I said it. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I talked to both embassies. I said it. Yeah, I've been invited. I said it. And then I'm gonna be passing that contact around. Nah, because some y'all full of shit. No. Moving right along. So you come in unprepared, didn't get sorted, don't have the right paperwork, and now you take them from the locals because you have to go and get a job. I understand if something happens because life happens and you just lost a lot of things. I understand, and you end up just stuck and now you're looking for the job because of that reason, not by you know unpreparedness. It's just life happens, and you just need to get re-up real quick so that you can move around and bounce back. Now, mind you, if you're gonna do a business, come in the right way. Come in the right way because it benefits the locals. It benefits the government. Be prepared in the right way. Okay? Don't just make a alternating decision because you saw some gold, but you didn't understand what the gold meant. Because it affects everybody. And last but not least, y'all, let me tell you something. This mess and this drama, listen, in South Africa and African countries, there should be unity. There should be unity amongst all black people. It shouldn't be trying to fade this person, fade. It's just too much because even in other countries, man, where Black Americans don't went to, if you're in Ghana, if you're in the Gambia, man, some of y'all were cool and other y'all went there, y'all clicked up and y'all started so much drama because you didn't come prepared. And I don't want y'all coming to South Africa adding to it. They have enough dramas they sorting through on their own. They don't need us adding to it because by us being American, some of us carry a lot of spotlight because they see American. You get what I'm saying? And we're attached to America still. That no matter how many times we try to redefine ourselves, it is what it is. And so the last thing you want to do, because when we have drama and it gets out in the grapevine, it's magnified. It's magnified on a whole nother scale. You know what I'm saying? When they have drama, it's kind of contained within Africa or we just went to South Africa and we're to make it to America. When we have drama because we in and out of America, our VPN sometimes switches from Africa to America. So now it draws in another audience. Those who are looking for American stuff or American, it don't have to be pertaining to Africa, but a lot of people are looking for American things or American culture, American song, American artists. A lot of the major artists out there that people follow are American. So we have a bigger pressure to do well and make good on the African American name when we go places, that we're not just running out in places unconsciously, subconsciously, not knowingly affecting countries because we start a drama somewhere and it's tagging us, it's following us, it's gonna go follow us. Anything American, a lot of folks church American, a lot of the music, a lot of the culture, a lot of the sports people watch and do is American. And if you vlogging and you tagging American and a lot of your stuff, and then and people, or you saying you're African American or Black American, what you don't realize subconsciously, if you beefing somewhere, anybody in the world that's searching for anything American related, regardless it's attached to Africa, your stuff gonna pop up because you tagged American in your name. You African American, Black American. You see how that goes? You see how the rules of thumb goes? You see how that information now boomifies? When they have problem, it's sticking their country or in Africa. You know what I'm saying? But when we beef up and when we mess up and when we start drama, it's magnified. So we need to be more responsible when we go places. And I'm gonna say this one more again. I'm gonna say it one more again. I said it one more again. We are the group. And ain't nobody bigger than the group. And what's the group? Black people. Well, you African American, African, South African, whatever at black you are. We are the group. And ain't nobody bigger than the group. So if y'all need help on something, let's help each other. Let's work together. We're all black people. And let's diversify. Make sure we're diversifying our groups. Because the whole point of that is going to help you enrich yourself. You dare to learn. You dare to get something new. Can't get something new, hang around the same group you hang around in America. You're going to do that, you could have did that in America. Your group should be 60% locals. It's okay for us to be around Black Americans, you know what I mean? But that's not your focus. Your focus is unity. Your focus is to live upon the culture amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? And understand them, understand their history. And last but not least, I understand we got racism to a whole nother level in America. But bruh, we're gonna let that go to a certain degree, man. Because we take racism, and I understand there's places that got racism in Africa. But racism works a little bit different and on the continent of Africa. And in some countries, they might not have a lot of white people, and the racism might not be in the face of pink or white people. It might be in the face of a black person that's being racist towards you. Because there's a thing that happened called the Berlin Conference. And if you don't know what happened to Africa with the Berlin Conference, don't go until you learn it. Don't go to Africa until you learn the Berlin Conference and what happened and the effects of that. So racism ain't always by color. It could be in form of tribalism. It could be your own people. People look like you, same color. It's a thing that's called Berlin Conference. You need to know your history. You need to know. Take a step back. Breathe, my brother. Breathe, my sister. I know you love what you see, but you got to understand what you see. Okay? And this racism, sometimes we go places and we assume that these people are racist. They haven't showed us they're racist yet. Or we assume, like I know in South Africa they got colors and they got white people. Yeah, they got racist white people and they got some white people work with black people. And they got colors and some of the colors may be racist and some of them not. At the same time, by us being like I said, the African American is attached to us, and we go down there and start randomly showing out with people, regardless of they racist or not. We assume everything is associated racism. Oh, they were racist. Oh, they were racist. Oh, they racist. They did not tell you. That's trauma. That's that colonized mind that you're taking there. That's trauma, player. And they got businesses, and a lot of the mega businesses, and I said mega businesses and plants and factories are owned by other races, Chinese, Indian, white people. If you go to a Toyota manufacturer or manufacturing plant down there, it's probably owned by white people. Mazda is probably owned by white people. Rolls Royce, Jaguar, Land Rover, Mercedes, it's probably owned by white people. And if you go down there, being a black American, which you have the American attached to you, so now the whole world is going to be anything they look for, America, anything. I don't care if it's attached to Africa or not. But because you got American in it or America in it, you're going to pop up. And you go down there beefing because you traumatized and you ain't worked through and understand their culture and what happened in their history. and understand how things work there, you assume the racism that we have in America is happening in the exact same form. It might be similar on some cases, but it's not on every single thing that you do. Every single thing that you do in Africa ain't related to racism. You feel me? So let's not go there starting drama, clicking up, because then you end up clicking up and you don't realize you're slightly boycotting. And I hate to see in the future where we got thousands of us acting a fool, accusing things as racism. That now these white people who own these businesses that own all these different plants and stuff that employ um black South Africans and South Africans in general by the thousands. We don't start a drama accusing people of being racist, and these racist people talk to that company or that, and they feel like it's getting hostile because the Black Americans came in with their mindset and their trauma, and didn't understand the culture and the history that happened there and how it works there. We just assume everything's attacking us, and we get there, and we got this big drama going on, and now we start impacting the business culture there that hires the South Africans. Then now, because of that, they feel like it's gonna get hostile more. And guess what they start doing? You know, the same thing they do in our communities in our country, in America, in that country. The same thing that they do. What's wrong with our communities? What happens to our business relationship in our country, in our communities and stuff? What happened there? Tell the folks what happened. Be real. Come on now. They start closing down. Why they start closing down? Because things got too hostile. We start showing out. And these are the same people that we get jobs from. These are the same people that employ our people. We went there without a real solution and just started cutting up. And now you look at the communities in the black neighborhood, they missing a lot of things. Stores and closed up, business and left, manufacturers and left. Because you don't showed up, ganged up, something happened, you took it the wrong way, y'all come run up here like a little posse, and now they shut their doors because they don't have too much damages or theft. People got issues in their country, but we don't need to magnify it without understanding it. And I see a lot of y'all quick to say the racism thing on every single thing. And I'm like, ooh, let it go. Ooh, please don't bring that there on everything. Take your time. Yeah, you see, South Africa is a rainbow country. It's a rainbow country. It's got lots of races in there. Some good, some bad. Breathe. Chill. Get to know the people before you start judging them and just assuming people racism. Because racism could be black and it can be white, can be pink, what you want it to be, it could be anything. The Berlin Conference done did that, baby. Okay? So let's not bring that there and then impact the business there and then start shutting down stuff and then people, because as soon as stuff start closing down, we start affecting in thousands, and we don't nip this in the butt now, a year or two from now, where it's thousands of us, and then we go to South Africa and we see everybody's racist and we showing out and ready, because you know how we are, Black Americans. We ready. We talk. We ready to charge. We ready to charge. You know what I mean? Soon as somebody look at us funny, you know what I mean? We ready to charge. I seen some of y'all. I seen some of y'all. I seen some of y'all. Soon as somebody look at you funny, that's racism. You ready to charge. You ready to show out that person at the mall. You ready to be ratchet and ghetto at the mall. You ready to boop, 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 boop. You better lay them hands on them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You ready. I understand that, but bro, this ain't your country. This is your ancestors' country. And so on, the land in South Africa. But you gotta understand that you are not gonna, add to a problem. Take a breath, chill. Understand, some people might look at you, understanding the apartheid system, understand why people act the way. Maybe they're not racist. Maybe they're afraid because you might rob them, not because you're black, because maybe the way you dress and you fit the description of look like a thief. Or, or maybe they're afraid of certain groups, and maybe there's a gang that's down there, and you look like you're part of something. You know what I mean? Try to have a second mind with everything before you jump off. Because I know Black Americans, as soon as somebody look at us funny, that's what's wrong with our communities there. People get shot every day in our communities, all day, every day, just because somebody looked at them funny. And they perceived it as a threat. And they ready to pop off. It's a good thing they didn't give us guns, because I'm pretty sure y'all would have fired off in a minute. They ready to pop off. It's just lucky they didn't have guns to get you inside. I'm pretty sure some of y'all would have shot somebody already. So let's just take a moment. So that's why I want to nip all this in the bud so that we don't go down there, because everything leads to a domino effect, and the world is watching. You feel me? The world is watching. So it's a domino effect. I don't want no companies to be shut down on account because more Black Americans came down there and they don't clicked up, or they don't started this, or they don't showed out at the mall because somebody looked at them and they thought it was racism, this and that. Because I know us. I know us. You go up in a restaurant, oh, chick didn't give you money back. Oh, she thinks she better than me. Bah, bah, bah. You bet, crunk to the jump. And you loud, you know what I mean? You bet you ready to get up off of them. And then your clique that you got with you, y'all just ratchet. I don't care how old you are. 40, 50, 60. I seen it all your ages. You're pathetic. Pathetic. 40, 50, 6 years old, acting like some 20, 19-year-old, 16, 17-year-old adolescent. About to pop off for what? Calm down. And end up getting all these places. Because what people don't start doing is shutting down. And when they start shutting down, Black South Africans are going to be impacted. The Black American hightail their ass back to America. But just stay home. Not yours, player. You trying to make it your home, and you can't do it better without working with them and being with them on one accord. So I hit a lot of things, and I'm gonna go over my list. And I'm gonna go back. Y'all can watch this, whatever. I hit immigration. Some of y'all down there illegal, talking shit, not trying to help each other, hanging in cliques. Ain't nobody getting better. Pathetic. Crab mentality. You heard somebody's idea, you try to run with it, or you try to bash this person because you want to stop this person. Same shit in America. $3 trillion we pumping in the economy every day, and we can't work together. That's why you leaving America. Preparation. If you were prepared, you won't have to deal in this mess or be looking for jobs there. Shouldn't be doing it from get go. Understanding history and colonialism, and not coming with that mindset and the symbolism, lifestyle symbolism that we have in America. Make sure you don't bring it into South Africa or different African countries, because what it means there is something different there. And we don't want to make another obstacle or create another type of obstacle or drama. And overall, the mess and drama, let's stop it. Let's calm down on everything. Let's come in to the African countries with a fresh set of eyes and a fresh mind, and leave the trauma behind and learn. That's all I ask. The rest of them, if the shoe fit, work. If it don't fit, don't work. But other than that, I appreciate everybody in the comments. Thank you, Lucky, for coming in. Appreciate it. Good evening to you. Now I'm probably gonna pronounce this wrong, but you know, try Fena, Fena, Fenha, because PH would make an F for Fenha. So I appreciate you coming in, and yes, amen to that. Yes, yes, we got work to do. We don't need to be bickering. Yeah, amen to that. Amen to that. Yep, amen. So yeah, I just want us to be on one accord. Thank you again for Black Year. You'll put this coming up here. Yes, we do. We love competing against each other because we're broken the society. That's right. That's right. That's right. Same thing happening there. Oh yeah. I know this cap. I'm listen, I'm getting better with my lives. So y'all gonna have to work with me. You hear me? Y'all gotta work with me. I'm getting better, but I appreciate you letting me know so that next time I be on what's called, changing narrative. Came up in here. What's up? Thank you. I said what's up to him earlier. I'm gonna shout out my one more time. Yes, amen. Yes, yes, bless you. I appreciate that. Yeah, you can live in peace, but a lot of times your mind will remain with you, and people don't even know that you subconsciously is, bringing things with you. You know what I mean? So you don't even know that. So, yeah, please, you guys like and share this live so that we can nip things in the butt and we can grow a healthy community of expatriates or repatriates into the African countries, in particular South Africa. I want us to have a healthy community. I don't want to repeat America 4.0 in Africa or in South Africa. I've seen it in many African countries. We beefing, we fighting, like in Ghana and Gambia. The Gambia had it the worst. I could be wrong. Tanzania could have had it the worst. Either way, y'all pathetic. Black Americans up in those jokers are already. And I see some stuff formulating and going down in South Africa. Like, no, we can't go to every African country and there's issues among the Black Americans there. In Tanzania, there's issues among the Black Americans there. In the Gambia, there's issues among the Black Americans there. In Ghana, there's issues among the Black Americans there. In almost a lot of countries where you have a lot of Black American expatriates or repatriates, there's issues. There's issues. I mean, I think I seen I don't know, people say Tanzania the worst, but I seen the Gambia go down like, wow. Woo. It was off. It was like, I don't know if Jerry Springer, the real, I don't know what the hell was going on, but they was, woo, that was hot. And then the Ghana had it going down bad, had it going down bad, real bad. I mean, whoa, we're bad. And I don't want us, a lot of us coming down and we see South Africa and we using American symbolism when we see gated communities and we see nice infrastructure and we're not understanding the effects of the parts of the apartheid and what it actually means, why it's really there. And we take it and use it as an American. When we see gated stuff, we go hold the place. And I don't want that coming into South Africa. And then you think you better than somebody. And really, everybody is doing what they need to do. So I appreciate that. We need to live together. Um, Other than that, I'm finna get off this joker. I appreciate everybody coming up in this joker, showing love, mad love, watching this all the way through. We're an hour deep in this thing, and I don't want to be like I'm at the church and preaching because we go to some churches in black churches, just period can hold you forever. I don't say what I need to say. Y'all like and share this live so that we can build a healthy community. I'm out this joker. It's your girl, Fabulous Farrah in South Africa. And oh, those of you who are looking to do business in South Africa, I do have a direct and personal relationship with the embassies, both American and South African embassies. I've been invited to some things. I've been blessed to that. Amen. I don't take that for granted. Now, I won't be plugging everybody directly. There are government contracts that I will go in depth with. For those who want to contact me, I worked on this thing for 3.5 years. And I'm blessed to get this far. So it wasn't something I just flew by overnight. And no, for those of you who are running for things, I'm not running for things because 3.5 years in this game, if I was running, I would have been on ran. You ain't still running in 3.5 years. I've been betting the process. So I can definitely help you if you're looking for government contracts, et cetera, in that part. I just kind of slowed down because I don't want people price gouging the information that I'm putting out, and I don't want people messing it up for the next person. I want to make sure that we do this thing right. That's why I kind of pause on putting out a lot of information. I'm more like, let me know you and vet you out and talk to you one-on-one, and that way I can customize something that's fit for you, not just you just get information to sell to somebody else. All right. All right. See, that's another thing. Help the community, dog. We're trying to help each other be right. Peace. Love. We got this joker.